So, also, despite recon being decent against infantry and mechs, they're worse against mechs because they take a lot of damage from rockets. That actually probably will kill the mech or kill the recon next turn, but oh well. You don't you don't want the enemy units to like escape because then they'll move over to these places and you'll have to deal with them later, especially in maps like this. Also, my guys can't move like at all. The movement speed for like on anything but like roads is severely reduced. Like this infantry can literally move one space. Infantry most of the time have a bad time moving over or like through mountains anyway. Mechs can move through it with no movement penalty, but infantry can only move like one space or something through a mountain at a turn or whatever. So like I think getting off the mountain makes it so they move even less. Roads, however, aren't really affected by snow that much, and the snow for a lot of power only lasts one turn, thankfully. I don't think there's any maps where it's naturally snowing the entire time. There might be one where you have to actually like fight Olaf in that one, but as far as I know, there's some where it's like always raining, but those aren't that populous. And again, we see the wonders of Advanced Wars 1 AI. Fantastic. Yep. Yeah, the AI is very bad in this game. It's the biggest flaw of it. The combat and the game system itself works actually very well. It's just it does a really bad job of like having AI that doesn't suck, frankly. Cities also give 3 stars of defense, which is pretty useful if you want to like defend your unit. Mainly because the infantry would be dead anywhere else right now, but because he's on the city, he's safe. Normally, you don't really need to capture stuff in these kind of things, but, might as well, right? If only so I can, like, repair my recon. Again, I don't know why he didn't shoot back at the recon there. That would have been probably the best play. Most of the time, routing is the better idea here. Just killing all their units and not really focusing on, like, oh man, I gotta capture that HQ. If the game wants you to capture the HQ, it's really blatant about it. It'll have the HQ like 50 miles away from like any of their units. It's like you can tell. We're gonna kill these infantry just because gotta route everything right. And let's kill this guy. Okay. Depending on the map, some units. Oh, yeah. So now it's like time to use your CO power, guys. Yeah. So now it's full. You don't really want to use it. 1 second. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So when you use your CO power, most of the time you want to do it at the beginning of a turn. If we did it right now, yeah, we'd have repaired guys, but there is like a damage increase, so we want to utilize that. Yeah, most the AI and most like the best option when you're doing this is to use it at the beginning of a turn like this. And now we see hyper repair. Everything gets repaired. Alright, so we're just gonna keep routing, guys. It's not that interesting right here. Just like, yeah, we killed more dudes. Woo. On some maps, the AI will like have units that don't move. Like the tank will not move from this position. Neither will this tank, and neither will this rocket. They will only move if you get into the range. This is mainly done for map balance. Primarily, honestly. I mean, like some Advanced Wars do this because they want to like give you a challenge. I know in Dual Strike, the third one, there's a level where like there's like you can't build medium tanks, but the AI has a medium tank, and so like pretty much what you do is that you kind of like you have to like bait out the medium tank and then just like wreck it with artillery fire. And so this is what we also have to do in this level. I'm gonna start capturing. Yeah, even though it has no real effect on the game. It tells you what your funds are most of the time, but because we don't have any, like, bases, we don't really care about that. Also, repairing units does use funds, but again, we're not exactly going to run out at any point. And neither will Olaf. Alright, I'm pretty sure we could do visual. I'll leave visuals on for this level, but this is kind of why I don't like visuals. It takes a long while just to kill, like it takes a little bit too long to kill a guy at like 1 health that we don't really need to see the entire thing for. Yeah, so the level's almost done at this point. It's wrapping up. We can just start, like, this is mainly what the point of APCs are, to bait out tanks. A little bit too far. I think this is in range, right? Yeah, okay. So, despite all our guys being right here, and any, like, competent player not move, like, no competent player would go and be like, I gotta kill that tank. But, the AI is not the most competent player, so they are gonna go kill that tank. Yeah, we're also gonna turn off the capture animations. We don't need that exactly. So yeah, this is gonna go right here, and this is gonna go right here, and that's gonna be great for the AI. I'm sure they won't take the bait. Oh, they took the bait. This is, yeah. So, yeah, okay, normally you wouldn't want that because the tank's gonna die. However, we have support. That kind of sucks for us. But, again, we have property so we can repair it, and we have our own tanks and artillery. So, yeah, this is kind of why you, don't just run tanks into the middle of artillery fire. They kind of die. Same with that. Mechs also mountains give 4 defense, but that's only relevant for infantry because infantry is the only people who can spawn there. And that's why I captured that property for like 3 hours. The recon is on, like, some levels there's a recon just for the fact that there has to be a recon. It's really not that useful. But yeah, and so now this tank is going to be dead. Yeah, it will say 51% when it's at like 6 life, but sometimes there is, I think, a little bit of like, there's inherent luck, I think, somewhat in this game. Like, you have like a small percent chance of doing a little bit more or less, or doing a little bit more damage. I think it's like not that extreme. Like, I mean, right there, and like sometimes the numbers aren't exactly right. Like, he could be at 51%, but it'll just say 6, just because like if it more than 5 is 6, right? So, yeah, like, so that's why it'll be like 58% when the guy's at 6 life, and then he'll die, and you'll be like, what? How did that happen? I thought I was only doing 6 damage. But yeah, so this is, again, Olaf is a defensive CO somewhat. Mainly because now we can't we can't even approach him anymore. Or not nearly as fast. I could have done that better, maybe we need a tank for it. A lot of this game is like knowing what to move forward when, and like which unit do I move forward, how far do I move it forward, like how do I position it right so the AI doesn't like kill it, so on and so forth. We'll be done pretty much like instantly here. They moved it back into. Sometimes it. Oh no, yeah, okay. So that tank wasn't. That tank was like the very first tank we shot. It was at 1 health and just regained all its health. So that one, it makes more sense for it to move out, just because it's not like told to stay in one place. But it's a bad idea to move it that far. I don't know why they did that. And so the thing with rockets, they can't shoot 2 spaces in front of them. So that's going to be fun for us. Yeah, again, space safe. I'm not even going to move the units. We're done. Okay, next turn we win. Just because Olaf's dead here. If we can kill it in 1 shot, actually. Which we can't. So that's unfortunate. But, I also do enjoy the little faces here on the top left and right in battle scenes. Those are a little nice touch. Advanced Wars 2 actually takes those out. Like, they don't have them anymore. Or they have them, but it's like they don't emote. So that's a little disappointing. And I think in Dual Strike they emote, and I'm not sure about Days of Ruin, the fourth one. So, and yeah, Olaf again. Yes, again. I'm Andy, motherfucker. Andy, like, just doesn't care. Like, he doesn't realize that they're in a war, so he's like, yeah, I'm Andy. Nice to meet you. And the other guy's like, I'm trying to murder you right now. Old ass Olaf over here. Super mad about advisors. Oh, damn. How's that make you feel, Olaf? You old ass piece of shit. Damn! Ooh, Nell's Papa. What's up, bitches? Yeah, so Olaf used to be with Orange Star, but for some reason he left, and that's the what the fuck? Fucking, like, I think you had to get perfect to get S rank, and I think we were off by 1 day. You had speed, power, technique. Speed is how, like, by what day you win. Power is how much the most amount of units you killed in 1 day. Like, if I killed like 8 units in 1 day, that would be the power, even if I only killed those 8 units the entire mission. And technique is how many units you lost compared to how many units you had. A good way to cheat the technique score is at the very end of the level, just spam infantry and mechs, and just building a million of them, and it'll be like, oh, you did really well. You only lost like 5% of your army, even if you lost like every unit that mattered. And you also get money, and you get money for you get money for like the battle shop, and the battle shop there is so you can like buy COs and buy maps and whatever. And now we meet Grit. Yeah, anyway, so like you get money for battle shops, and you have a ranking system, I guess, for just fun. But yeah, so we'll get to meet Grit once we. I don't know if it's gonna be another episode or like I'm gonna cut here. I don't fucking what. We'll meet him at some point, I guess.